The violence may have come at a different time in life, in a different situation, but the emotional and physical scars to the victim are always there.
I was in an unhealthy relationship, an abusive relationship for years, and I knew I needed to get out, but I think that's the hardest decision to make.
I had an older cousin who molested me on a regular basis. His sister was my favorite cousin, so I was over at their home very often and really didn't understand quite what was happening to me.
He stabbed me. I've been raped. I had a gun pointed in my head and in my mouth. He would hit me in the face, in the jaw, slap me, pull your hair, whatever he could do.
And if you come into that situation being a law enforcement officer and you attempt to make a decision or enforce the law, a lot of times there's emotions at play, and the other person, possibly the victim, doesn't like exactly what you're doing, and they can turn on you.
Very often it's a family member, a grandchild, a nephew, a sibling could be doing it, and they're afraid of the repercussions of turning them in, if you will. And sometimes they're torn. They say, I know he was doing wrong and I know it wasn't right, but this is my grandson, how can I turn him in?
I was too young to settle and to live the rest of my life this way, that there had to be something better. There had to be something that I could do to provide a better life for myself as well as my kids.
While coping with the fear, pain, and anxiety associated with violence, victims navigate through a maze of legal and social services that all too frequently add another layer of harm and hurt.
It's hard because everything is always in different locations, and it would have been best benefit if everything was under one, all services under one, because you had to go to so many different places for so many different things.
Over the years, people have kind of mapped their journey and found that sometimes they have to go to 30 or 40 different agencies to solve their problems. And imagine a young mom who's been a victim of domestic violence, who has young babies that she can't leave with anybody, who may not have access to a car, who may not even have sufficient bus tickets to find her way around downtown on a terrible Cleveland winter day. We want to stop that.
In listening to the folks that are abused more carefully, we can determine that sometimes the criminal justice system is not the best venue for resolving the issues in an abusive relationship.
I think sometimes we forget how demeaning it is, what it means to you as a person to have your partner or your parent who's physically pushing you or hitting you or otherwise maltreating you. The easier we can make it for that victim to get what they need, the better chance they're going to be able to follow through and actually get the help that they need.
Between 20 and 40% of rapes are ever reported to law enforcement. So what we would hope is that if we create an environment that supports victims coming forward, if we create an environment that says, we believe you and we're going to support you and we're going to provide you with an environment and provide you with services that will help you, I think we can encourage more survivors of sexual assault to come forward.
A family justice center does several things. It locates the primary legal and social services in one place, has staff that are welcoming, understanding, supportive, and adaptable, has a physical environment that is comfortable and attractive, a place where people want to be, that calms and nurtures them, a place that uses technology to make this difficult journey manageable, a place that is safe and secure.
When you are a victim, why should the system re-victimize you by having to tell your story over and over again when it's so traumatic? And our children have been traumatized beyond belief, so have our families. Why would any system who's trying to help want to re-victimize victims? It doesn't make sense.
They garner all the information in one place, and then they share it with all of the other agencies that are under the roof.
It really is an attempt to bring the many professionals that are already doing great work in the community together, to bring them a little bit closer to the victim, to be able to coordinate their services and yet not duplicate services.
It's an opportunity that you just can't afford to pass up.
If you are wondering how you can help, some of our ideas are: contribute your time and join one of our planning committees, contribute startup funding for the center, provide a building for the center, contribute furniture, computers, etc. Allow us to make a presentation about the center to a group that you are involved with. Spread the word. Talk to family members, friends, and colleagues about the need for a family justice center. Join us by contacting Janet Cronenberg, manager of the Witness Victim Service Center, 216-443-3082, or jcronenberg@cuyahogacounty.us. The Family Justice Center, an idea that works, an idea that can become a reality with your help.